We got to talk about AI once again.
Yep.
So much advancement in AI.
And kind of April Fool's almost. April Fool's-esque.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. And that's just been happening constantly, pretty much. But I want to talk about this AI boom and misinformation, which is a pretty important topic. Maybe not now for some people, but like future thinking, absolutely.
Yep.
Did you see the AI Pope with all the bling and the parka jacket?
Yeah.
Like, so I posted a story on the Madnix account of like how many people fell for it, right?
Yeah.
And like 70% were like, yeah, we thought it was true when we first saw it. And there's not necessarily any harm attached to this. Like there was a photo that went viral of the Pope with a blinged out cross chain and a parka jacket. And everyone was like, oh my God, the Pope got all the drip. This is Catholic drip and all of that. And it turns out this was an AI-generated photo using a tool called Midjourney, which is kind of like, you can type in certain prompts and then receive a photo of the Pope blinged out. You know what I mean? But it kind of opens that larger conversation of like, how do we know when something is real or fake?
Yeah,
It's
starting
to bubble up.
Yeah,
right?
it's starting to get crazy.
Because you might look at that as harmless, but some people might have looked at that photo and thought that, the Pope is ridiculous for that, and that
He's trying
has
to
an
appeal
effect on Christianity for them, or
He's
whatever.
trying to appeal to a black demographic here, man. We can't have this. This is just the
know what I
Pope we're
mean?
talking about here.
And you got AI music as well, where they're starting to put like people's vocal. I sent you a few of Kanye's vocals sounding crisp on like God's Plan, or like Western Road Flows by Drake, or Still Dre by Dr. Dre, and it sounds so perfect.
It sounds.
I won't say perfect, actually.
It sounds real.
It sounds
real
not
enough
perfect.
for me to like listen to it and be like, oh, like that's crazy. There's a remix.
Yeah.
You know.
These days, I'm letting God handle all things above me.
Yeah.
No, you go.
I was just going to quickly on the AI music. There was a rapper that made a song that sounded like 90s Jay-Z on the feature, and they were trading bars back and forth. So basically, he raps Jay-Z's part, and then he uses the AI to turn it into Jay-Z's voice. But he's using Jay-Z's cadence and everything, and it sound like I would download that song. It sounded so good.
That's crazy.
But I don't like how good it was.
Yeah.
Like, this is all kind of scary, to be honest. And it's like, how do you tell when something's real or fake?
I think it has huge implications on the music industry, right?
Oh my God,
like it changes a lot of things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And maybe it's been here longer than we thought.
Yo.
You know
Conspiracy theory now.
This is
Shit.
But it's interesting though, right? Because like before, like when like artists used to have to record in the same proximity when they were recording a song. Don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Artists now don't even have to they can approve a set of lyrics and be like, okay, we'll send you the track after. It's going to sound exactly like you.
Yeah.
And I think that's like, it's cool for the advancement of technology.
Yes.
But I think it kind of like, I don't know. I'm not going to sound like an old head. I think that there's ways to be able to use this in a way that is still very creative and very cool.
Yeah.
I think it has I think the people who will have problems with this are like the people who are saying like, oh, well, this person didn't use a real guitar or real drums in their song, so it's like not music. You know what I mean? It's like those kind.
I don't know. Is that the same?
I'd say it's in the same realm. It's people, like my point being, people who are still very much in like the analog stage of like music enjoyment. People who are very much like traditionalist. Music has to be played this way. It has to be done this way. I think this is like, while we're having fun playing around with like, okay, well, like let's put this guy's voice on this song or this whatever. I think there's probably a lot more to like AI and music that is like can be added as like a creative tool versus like just making like, oh well, you thought this was a Kanye song, but it's actually a Drake song.
Yeah, what I've heard like one application for in the music industry is the concept of like a reference track.
Yeah.
Drake has written songs for Kanye, and sometimes he'll just give like a reference as like, here's what I think it should sound like. Now imagine if he could just like put Kanye's vocals on it and be like, recreate this.
Yeah.
Like this is how it should sound, like with your voice on it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because like number one, instruments have kind of been replaced by, you know, not fake sounds, but like digital sounds.
Yep.
Auto-tune is changing vocals for the past forever, really. You know, probably more common with the mid-2000s. But I think I'm still hanging on to, like, vocals need to be from the person.
Yeah.
Even
like,
if it's auto-tune, sure. But, like, I don't want to, like I was talking about that Jay-Z song that I'm joking that I would download, but I wouldn't actually download it because it's not him.
Yeah.
You know, and it goes back to our conversation of, like, AI art. Like, if I know that this is not made by, like, a person, why would I want it in my home?
Yeah, like dehumanizes.
No matter how good it looks.
Yeah, it takes away the creativity.
Like,
it's a product.
It's a product.
Like, it's just a manufactured product that's like, okay, cool, I want a Lil Uzi song or Lil Uzi vocals on a Drake song or whatever.
Man, it might sound fire.
Yeah, it sounds fire, but it's like, you know, it's just kind of made up. And I hate to sound like an old head, but like the way that things are going, like right now, it's like definitely caters to, I don't know, my disbelief in like, oh, well, like I think things should be this way. And I'm trying to break that down a little bit, to be honest, because I think that like I'm someone who loves technology. Loves where like new age hip hop is going. Like I like new age hip hop almost more than old school, right? Like people were like, oh, I'm a big 90s rap fan. I'm like, I like 90s hip hop. I also love Yeet. You know what I mean? Like I love this shit, bro.
Tupac featuring Yeet.
Yeah, look,
do you remember those? Those has been a thing forever though on YouTube.
Oh
like,
yeah,
Tupac featuring Lil Wayne videos where they splice it together.
Yeah.
Now they can just do it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But, I think so. AI music is one thing, but the photos are another because they're getting better. Like it used to be the hands and fingers were all messed up.
Yeah.
But now AI is getting better at like that Pope photo. I'm sorry, that looked pretty.
It looked real. And there's also another photo of like Trump
getting arrested. Yeah. And people believe that stuff, right? It's like, what do you do?
Unless you're close to it, unless you understand, like,
yeah,
like you and I can sit here and be like, okay, this is definitely fake.
Yeah.
But it's like, imagine people who are like older than us, who like don't know how to fucking turn on a TV.
Yeah.
We're like, oh shit, I saw this. This is real.
It's real.
I think I said
to them
this,
it's real.
Yeah, totally. I think that what was really interesting, and I can't remember if I mentioned this on a previous episode, but I think back in like the 50s or the 60s, it might have been the 70s.
Yeah.
It might have been before that. I don't know. It was a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
There was like a story on the radio about how aliens were coming to Earth.
I remember that.
Right? And they were talking, there was like, it was like this whole like, oh my God, like aliens are coming to Earth, and like they created like this whole narrative and this story. People tuned in and they were like so scared, right?
Yeah.
But then it was just like a hoax. It was just like it was a story that was just made up, like a segment kind of thing. And people were outraged by it because they were like, yo, you freaked the shit out of us for like no reason, right?
Yeah.
This kind of feels like it's in the same world, man, right?
Yeah. With the technology that we have, this is the 80-year advancement version of that.
Of
you
that.
Know what I mean?
Yeah, right? And like that's where like there were quickly like broadcast laws that were put into place where it's like, if you're putting yourself on broadcast, you have to follow a specific set of regulations in order for something to go out into the world.
Yeah.
But for something like this, we're still in like that early phase where it's like, okay, the laws and the rules haven't like caught up to like determining what's real and how to use this thing in a way that's not going to like, you know, make people think that it's fake or it's real. Like, you know,
you just have to know.
Yeah.
You just have to know. You have to trust that the comments are real when they say that it's AI. Like it could be AI or not. I don't know anymore sometimes.
Well, it's like, it's going to have a huge implication on like real life things like elections or
that's
like,
what,
you know, how we, you know, create laws or rules or like, you know, public perception. Like, you know, someone could like make an AI photo of me if they really wanted to, of me like robbing a bank. Or like doing a drug deal or something like that. Like people, or you know, and people could believe it.
Man, there was one of LeBron James wearing a pink skirt on the street, and people like the person commenting was using that to like emasculate LeBron and saying like, "This is who we look up to," and all some of the comments get it that it's fake, but a lot of comments are like making fun of LeBron, and I'm like, that's another. It's a small example, but it's like. That photo looks so real. It looked like he was wearing a pink skirt.
Yeah.
And is that a big deal? To some people it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
It's crazy, man.
Like, should that be news? Probably not.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
like,
yeah. I don't give a shit what
You know?
LeBron's wearing. He's still the GOAT. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, it's crazy. Like, so something I have here is Elon Musk and some other tech founders, like the co-founder of Apple as well. They're making a call to halt on the advancement of AI. They're basically saying
sure.
it's going a little too far in terms of the training algorithm, like with ChatGPT and ChatGPT 4 and all of that. We're going too fast. Let's take 6 months to just like halt and like understand what this is. And you read that and you're like, okay, they have our best interest in mind. But then you also remember, like, they're all coming from companies that are probably working on AI tools and products.
Yeah.
So, like, are you saying that so that Microsoft and ChatGPT can chill for 6 months while you work on your
figure
competitor?
shit out. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. It's the criticism in me.
It's a very good point. It's
like,
a very.
what's going on though? You know?
I think he is someone who he probably shouldn't have that, perspective.
Yeah.
I think like the lawmakers, the rule makers
doing
in
that.
this country should probably like examine that, but they need the support of like people in tech because we'll get into it in a sec about TikTok, but
Man.
I don't think people who understand or who are
Yeah.
making laws
Yeah, no.
around something
Preach.
are, they should probably understand what we're talking about here.
Yeah. Do you want to jump into that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do that.
I feel like it's crazy.
Yeah, man, I send you so many videos about it on TikTok, funny enough, but TikTok is potentially going to be banned in the